What's up, everyone? This is the BumCast. I am your host, HBIC, the head bum in charge, along with Bologna, the Southside Bum, and Dougie, Freshness. And what you got there, Peter?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Jason. I've got our newest store pick, the Maker's Mark Private Selection, in conjunction with Green Valley Wine and Spirits. A delicious drink. Head over to Green Valley, try it out, or message one of us. We can bring you a bottle.
Yes, that's right. Our newest bottle released last week. Thank you to everyone who already purchased one. I could say we pretty much killed the bottle that I had the other night when we had our meeting. That bitch is gone. So I had to go get another one. But what's that?
This show is off the rails already. We knew it was going to be bad. StreamYard is giving me 100 different issues. We can't upload things. We can't stream to Twitter. Videos our ads are running through a different thing. Everything's a mess. While I'm dealing with all of that, I forgot to turn off my dryer. So the dryer's running. I'm in the basement. You heard the dryer. God,
I thought that was part of StreamYard as well too.
I wouldn't be surprised if StreamYard's giving
I thought you were having a power surge or something. I thought you're.
It sounded like head clippers for a second, just like,
or some vibrator or something.
Shaving my pubes live on air.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a short episode today, friends, because we had no content to share with you guys. We can't upload anything, so we're going to be talking a little bit, and we got some makeshift stuff we're doing together. But early bum of the week StreamYard for the fuckery that they're putting us through tonight. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Plus, Dougie, you're on a timer too. Storms are coming tonight, so you're probably gonna have to bounce in early. So we're gonna try to get this done in under 90 minutes. So we'll see. That should be
clean episode.
Yeah. So, guys, we met, as I mentioned, we met on Thursday. We had a really good bum meeting. We got together, we talked about some content for the fall, potential new ideas, and I think people are gonna like what we got put together for bear season and for the fall as well. Anything we want to announce now?
I think we're teasing a lot of things. I talked about it on the Bums Happy Hour on Friday. For those that didn't or missed it, it was Annie's birthday. So Annie is the owner of Jack's Place, the presenting sponsor of the Bums Happy Hour. So I didn't say what we're doing, but I said everyone to make sure to save the date of November 3rd. Put a pin in that date. We got some fun things planned. So
yeah, and we got some great new Bears content that we're gonna officially announce once we get the pins that dot the T's, cross the I's, or whatever it is, cross the T's, dot the I's. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, meeting went good. We drank a lot of bourbon, filmed some content. I did not feel great the next morning, so it's always a plus. Shout out for Joey P came by, 630 Whiskey, the Aaron intern. She came by as well, and brought some tasty pours. So it was a good night. It was a busy weekend for us. Had a wedding, and I did some West Fest yesterday. I don't know if you guys ever been to West Fest, but that's a fucking good time.
I've never been, and this is hand up, my bad. I've never been to any of the fests. I've never been to Taylor Street Fest. I've never been to West Fest. Like, I know there's a couple other ones. I've never been to any.
BumFest.
Whiskey Comiskey.
Yeah. West Fest is cool. It's on Chicago Avenue between Damon and I think it's Ashland. It goes all the way up to Ashland. But they have like one music. It's like from the it's like all your rock music and everything. But the other stage where everyone usually primarily hangs out is like the house music stage. So they have a lot of Chicago house legends. Usually every year on Saturday it's Mark Farina who closes out Saturday, and then on Sundays it's always usually Derek Carter. So a couple big Chicago house names if you're familiar with the scene. But yeah, it's always a good time, and made it out just in time before it got rained on. I was at the fest, and we saw the storm was coming, and the fest ends at 10. But I was like, I'm gonna get out of there. So, I got to the car and I'm driving home, and as soon as I hit I-88, man, that rain was just coming down in buckets, man. Where that was probably one of the scariest drives of my life, just because like how much potential rain came down. Everyone's driving with their hazards on, like you're on 88, and then I'm going down 355 and fucking just hydroplaning, water's splashing everywhere already, flash flooding. That was crazy, man. All while having to piss so fucking bad. And I
didn't pull over. You didn't pull over in the classic alley.
No. I was on the highway, man. I was on the highway, and I was trying to get home as fast as I could before the rain. So I didn't want to stop. You know, I'm trying to get home. It was almost to the point where I had an old water cup, and I was almost tempted to do the drive and pee.
Interesting.
I think we've.
Have you ever done the drive and pee?
A water cup, or like a water? Yeah. What do you
like a plastic to go cup?
How tall?
Okay, because I was gonna say if you're
like a shorty.
Oh no!
Yeah, I was more worried you meant like water bottle, and you're indicting yourself on how small the hole it is. Now you need like a Gatorade bottle or Powerade.
This was a typical
like
plastic rocks glass to get, because they were giving, like, if you go to the bar and you wanted to take your beer to go, they give you little plastic to go cups. But because I was trying to race home to beat the rain, I had to piss so bad. I seriously thought about doing the piss and go.
The piss and go. Yeah, you need a Gatorade bottle or something.
I had one time I went to a Christmas party up in like Lincolnshire, and I had a lot to drink. Not a lot of drink, but I had a good amount, and I didn't have to go to the bathroom at the time. And somebody asked me, "Is like, you sure you don't have to go to the bathroom before you drive on the Kennedy?" I said, "No, I'll be totally fine." That was the worst mistake ever in my life, because as I was driving, obviously anybody who's driven on the Kennedy knows that any time, any day, there is always fucking traffic all the time. Mm-hmm. And I was literally, I had no outlet. I had no exit to go to or anything like that. Like, I literally had to unbuckle my belt because it was so bad that I thought I was going to piss my pants.
You got to relieve some pressure.
I got to relieve some pressure. So I ended up the very first, when I got close to Chicago, the very first exit close where I knew that there was going to be an alley, I took it. I went out there. I'm sorry. Am I getting in trouble for this at all? No. Okay.
No.
I had to do what I had to do. Yeah, I had to go in the alley and just,
nature calls, baby.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking to two guys that plow snow for a living.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
that's like, there's times we're working outside, like there's no bathroom within miles of radius. So it's you go in the work trailer or a Gatorade bottle or whatever.
Oh no, this is my pro move. My pro move, because most of the time it's around houses. What I do is I get out and I take the flashlight and I look like I'm looking at my plow. And then you take a piss while you're looking at the plow like that, and it looks like a hydraulic leak or something like that. And then it just stops, and then it looks like you fixed it, and you get back in your truck and you go.
Will you take a knee, or you're like crouching down?
Crouching down. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're doing okay. So Dougie, you're doing the flashlight. Peter, you're doing a Gatorade bottle.
Yeah,
you guys bottle. Never done the open glass container. Never took that chance with the open glass. Well,
I will not piss in the car with anything less than a large Dunkin' Donuts like plastic cup, like the iced coffee cup. I don't trust myself, because once it starts, it ain't stopping.
Yeah. You guys know me when we go to Sox games. I got the iron bladder, and I can go almost the whole game. And I messed myself up by rushing and not taking the pre road trip piss. And
yeah. Well, see, now that you gotta carry one of those around you. That one that Dougie just showed.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, that guy. That's a good one.
But yeah, made it home during the middle of the rain. That was not fun. But I had a good time at the fest. So nice. Highly encourage everyone next year to check out West Fest if you like some good house music.
Yeah, I would just have to tag along next year.
That would be nice. That would be very cool if you could. All right, so
hold on. Sorry, before we get going, this is true too. Peter has also peed in an iced tea can from one of my HR coworkers on the company bus ride. We did,
okay, now you gotta tell the story.
We did the polar plunge as part of Julie's company wide, like, who wants to do it for Julie's work? And I'm not gonna, name the company, but a lot of you guys know where she works. We were drinking. This like polar plunge was just like a reason for everyone to get together. People started drinking like 6 a.m. We had a school bus, so we were just downing beers. We go into the lake. It's like the public lake too. I probably should have pissed in the lake, but it was so goddamn cold. And then you finish and they're like, all right, we're going back to a bar. Let's get back on a school bus. By that time, I'm like at least a 6-pack deep, if not more. And it wasn't just me. There was a lot of people that had to go. And the bus driver's like, we're not stopping until we get to our destination. So they had like the Arizona iced tea. It wasn't a can, but it was like the big Arizona iced tea bottles, like the twist off ones. So I went to the back of the bus and I did my duty.
You gotta
thank
go.
God, thank God I didn't get Julie in trouble. It was the HR lady was the one encouraging me to pee. So I think we would have been all safe.
I gotta credit you with the stage fright aspect. That takes a lot of courage. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're not the first. You're not the first, and you're definitely not the last. It was pissed in a bus that big, because this happened to my buddy as well too. We were at a bachelor party, and it was not only him. There was a couple other people that had a piss in the bus because they just couldn't hold it anymore. I mean,
it's a bumpy ass ride on a
it's
school
a bumpy
bus.
ride, especially
a school bus. There's no
yes,
stop.
it was a school. Yeah, we were in a school bus, so yes, it was definitely a bumpy ride. And yeah, when you have to go, I mean, you gotta go. And I mean, you have I know you for like, you have a small bladder.
Yeah,
and somebody else over here has a small bladder too in the comments. I'm not gonna name any names, but yeah, there you go. Never mind. she already said it. So
yeah, we're 1/4 of the way to the episode. It's just nothing but pee. It's like shout out Sam Reeves and Stoop Kid. We're taking a page out of their playbook.
This is a trust tree over here. Okay, so we're totally fine.
We're also in the dead of sports season.
Yes,
football hasn't started yet. There's no baseball. There's no Sox game. Home run derby. Nobody watches that, so nobody cares. Soccer's over. We're all excited about soccer. We got nothing else to talk about, baby.
We're talking about P right now.
Well, we're gonna talk a little Sox because they had their draft yesterday. But yeah, are you guys? Peter, you just said nobody's watching home run derby, and yeah, you guys. I got the new rules up. Did you guys see the new rules? They're not doing the bracket style anymore. Okay. It's all 8 hitters go. It's round robin, so top 4. But you get 3-minute rounds, 40 pitches. So you're on a pitch clock now. So Rob Manfred's big on the pitch clock now. He's even making it go to home run derbies. And then for the semifinals and finals, they go for the bracket style. But are you guys a fan of the pitch clock for the home run derby, or is it more of just like, hey, when you get your outs, you get your outs?
I like the old format, but I think it's because of the nostalgia factor of like home run derby. I know Missy said she's watching, and there's a lot of people, and I'm sure we cater to baseball fans. There's a lot of baseball fans that'll watch it. But as an adult, the home run derby is nothing for me anymore. The only reason I watched last year was because of Luis Robert, and we got a lot excited. We were watching live on the BumCast, and that was pretty cool. We had a guy to root for. But even then, the rules were kind of contrived, and they're just swinging willy-nilly. I liked a little more structure back in the old days where it's 10 outs and you got to do whatever you got to do. So yeah, if they're going back to that, which this seems like, there's a pitch clock and there's like a swing count, right? You only get like 40 swings or something like that.
It says like every swing is a homer or an out. So I don't see anything about that aspect of it, but maybe it's not on this note card I got.
But yeah, like I guess the rules, if you're trying to make it more, watchable, cool. Tinker with it until you figure it out and like you get more attention to it. But yeah, for me as like an adult, nah, the derby does nothing for me anymore.
Yeah, I think they had it originally really, really correct, and then they kind of messed with it too much. I mean, every year it seems like when this matchup style, you got two guys that are just like absolutely bashing the crap out of the ball, and one guy doesn't advance because the other guy hit one more home run than him. Meanwhile, like he hit the second most home runs like in the Derby. It's like that's I don't like that.
Wait, hold on. Now, hold on. Is it because now, like, we're older? And
Yes.
because when I was younger and I was watching this, like, I don't know, if you're a young kid or you love baseball and stuff like that, this might be very exciting to you right now. And obviously when we were growing up, obviously, I see some in the comments, Ken Griffey Jr., Frank Thomas, Mark McGuire, Barry Bonds. I mean, you had all these like home run hitters like coming up and stuff like that. And, it was always fun for us, like when we were kids. And obviously because now we're grown up and now they kind of like tweaked a lot of stuff. I mean, are we kind of like that whole thing with like, the old man, like yelling at clouds type of thing?
Yeah,
now?
probably.
Is that now because we're older, like we've seen so many home run derbies that it just doesn't, it's not irrelevant to us anymore, that it's just like, because they changed it way too much, that it's just like, it's not exciting as it was back in the day.
Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it. It'd be interesting, we got our cousin Javi. Shout out Javi. We used to say goodnight, Javi, after every episode. He's got two kids in travel baseball. They travel all around the country playing baseball. I bet you they're glued to the TV because they love the game right now.
Yep.
And they love all the players. So yeah, if it's growing the game in that aspect, which is what you should be focusing on, is like the youth and the viral videos and like the shares and the clicks and the likes, because that's what's going to grow the sport, then yeah, that's cool. Because yeah, like you said, Johnny, maybe we're the old man yells at cloud. We're not priced out of the game, but like we're aged out of the game.
And what? I just wish that they just wouldn't like tweak it as it was. I know they're trying to do whatever they can to like expedite it or whatever, or try to make it interesting. Like sometimes you don't have to like fix things. Sometimes you're just fine the way it is. I don't know if they'll ever tweak it like later down the road and anything like that. Like I was actually watching it before. I don't know if any of you guys were watching it, but I was watching it. Dougie, you say you were watching it. I was watching it before I got on here. And some of these home run hitters, I mean, it's now that they're adjusting to this contest now, it's crazy. Like I can't imagine, like, well, actually I could imagine, but I can't imagine like if you had like Ken Griffey or like I said, Frank Thomas, Jose Canseco, or like now adjusting to the way that they do the contest now versus what these guys have, because these guys are a little bit, they're not. And Frank Thomas, he was clean, but you got these guys who did steroids like Bonds and Canseco and McGuire and stuff like that. I mean, how many home runs they would have belted? They would
have gassed out though. They would have gassed out with these new rules. Yeah. Like Luis Roberts swinging like a million times last year. They would have definitely gassed out.
Mid-round needle boost.
I will say though, the best home run derby is still from Ken Griffey Jr. baseball for the Super Nintendo. That the home run derby mode for Ken Griffey Jr. baseball is still the best.
100%.
Now we are four old men talking about the good old days, because we're
you get your buddies over and then they're like, all right, let's do home run derby contests.
I remember again that we, since we brought up cousin Javi over here. Shout out Javi. I remember when I used to, because his mom is my godmother, and sometimes I used to spend like a week over like every summer at their house. And I remember one summer where he bought Ken Griffey Jr.'s that 1994 game at Omni. Do you remember Omni?
Oh yeah, Omni. They used to have good game selection. It was a supermarket.
Yes, a supermarket. Yeah. So we went over there. He got the game, and then we just started to play. I'm like, this is fucking great.
Omni was the first store that had the quarter
in the cart. Yeah,
you had the Aldi style where like you need a quarter to get your shopping cart.
Yeah. You know what my favorite aspect of the whole All-Star weekend is? The celebrity softball game. I love the shit out of that thing. I love it to death.
Dude, me and Julie, and this is not just the MLB one, which I missed this year, but we'll watch all of those celebrity games, the celebrity NBA All-Star game and or
Mhm.
like the MLB one. Those are fun.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right. We got it. Let's go. Let's talk.
Let's get to a super chat.
You know what?
All
I lost
right,
my train
all
of thought here. I
I
lost
think
my
you
train.
were watching
I'm
the
sorry.
derby
Yeah.
while we were talking.
Let's-
What were you doing over there?
Let's move on. Let's move
Trying-
on.
Let's get to Pete.
Trying to get screens ready because we have no fucking slideshows.
I know.
So quick, yeah. Shout out to Aloha Mr. Hand, a donation for the intern. Dougie looking very Lazinski like. Thank you, Aloha Mr. Hand. And since we don't have the graphic, just a reminder that our July Super Chat raffle runs the entire month. $1 equals 1 entry. And this month's prizes, I'm going to try to remember these. We got a bum flag. We got Chickies beef gift cards. We got a Sox basketball jersey from the most recent giveaway or from back in June, and a Lou Bob bobblehead.
Nailed it.
All right. Yes. It hurts sometimes when you don't have graphics. We got nothing here. This is
We're raw dogging this
We're
episode,
flying- we're
and I
flying on the
like
limb
it.
with these right here.
This feels old school, Jason. Like a lot of the times when we first went live, I was actually going back to it because there's been a lot of soccer, Johnny. You know, it just ended Copa America, Euro, and stuff like that. The first ever live show we did wasn't a BumCast; it was a bum soccer show, and that was like the test run for the live shows. And at that point, we didn't know how to upload videos or do like the slideshows and stuff like that. Now it's become part of this show, but we're going back to our roots, Jay. We're not relying on those crutches today.
No, but we are gonna pay one ad. So we got a video. So I'm gonna play it, Peter. We're gonna have to coordinate this thing to get
I'm
the
gonna
ad.
coordinate this because peek behind the curtain. Beefloaf is in the comments saying StreamYard was fucked for me earlier too. Couldn't start the show properly. So peek behind the curtains. Usually we just upload an ad. You could play it and it plays. I had to find a workaround, which I uploaded it directly to the deck. So you're going to play it. I'm going to move all of us and take away the logos so it looks seamless. It's not going to be seamless. So everybody just shut up about it.
And let's go. The original Chickies Beef and Banquet is a proud sponsor of the BumCast. Next time you're craving something absolutely delicious, you have to order pizza from Chickies Beef. It is the ultimate food hack, and trust us, the bums know a thing or two about good pizza. Make sure you check out their pizza specials. Get one jumbo slice with a drink for just $8.50 every day of the week. And every Monday, while you're gearing up to watch the BumCast, get a large 16-inch pan or thin crust pizza for just $16.95. That includes 2 free toppings as well. And don't forget, every Monday, Chickies host their car and motorcycle show from 5 p.m. till dusk, located in the west parking lot of Chickies. Bring the whole family. Admission is free to spectators and participants. For dine-in, carry-out, drive-thru, and delivery, it's Chickies Beef, 4152 Roosevelt Road in Hillside, or find them on the web at www.chickiesbeef.com. Okay. There we go. We got one more to do, and it's a makeshift one. So, all right, let's we're like I said, we're doing a streamlined show. We're gonna get it in and out like wham bam, thank you, ma'am. So let's talk some socks.
Tornado edition
yesterday.
over here.
What's up? You get a tornado warning?
It's like
They're coming already?
Yeah, it's a tornado edition over here.
Son of a gun, Johnny! If you got to get to the basement, get to the basement. I'll put the
I haven't gotten anything yet, but the trees are blowing. So
I live on the second floor. I don't even know how to get to the basement. So I'm just crossing my fingers over here.
Well, no, when a tornado, you're supposed to go outside. You're a Midwesterner. You're a Midwesterner.
Why would I go outside? The tornado is going to
because you're from the Midwest. That's what we do. You go stand outside when there's a tornado.
You're doing the same thing like Homer Simpson did when they had that hurricane, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's
that's for hurricanes. During tornadoes, you go outside because you're from. That's what us Midwesterners do. We go outside when there's a tornado.
No.
I like that Beefloaf is shouting thoughts and prayers for Johnny. They live like 2 blocks away from each other.
Yeah, I live like 2 blocks away from Beef. I don't know what he's talking about.
Go to Beef's basement.
Oh yeah, Beef. Can I just stop by your basement then?
He's gonna be like Mailman Jack. Mailman Jack
Yeah.
can't poop in
I
Beef's
just,
house.
I,
You
I
can't
just need
use
a
the basement.
basement. That's all. Yeah, I just need a basement.
All right. So yesterday, MLB draft, Sox had the number 5 overall pick. They kind of pulled a curveball on everyone. We thought they were going to go impact bat or maybe Connor Griffin, but they went with the left-handed pitcher Hagen Smith. No one saw that one coming, did we, guys? From Arkansas left-handed pitcher. So a lot of people gave this guy praise. I was a little skeptical at first. I kind of thought like, God damn it, this is another fucking, Chris Getz just boneheaded move. But it looks like the scouting report's actually pretty good on this guy. Yeah, and the Sox do have a reputation of developing left-handed pitchers. Sale, Crochet, Nola Schultz. Like, okay, so I like the Sox history with left-handed starting pitchers. But how do you guys feel about this? Are you disappointed they didn't do impact bat off the top, or are you happy with what their approach was this year?
I'm very much in the Jay Cutler camp of don't care. I'm not making a big deal. I'm not making a big deal out of it. Like, yes, they have found maybe the only thing they're good at is, finding big ass left-handed pitchers, developing them, and then trading them, rinse and repeat. And if they plan on doing that, cool, let's do that. Because I know people were pissed that like, oh, we need an impact bat and this and that. How do we know this guy's not going to be the next like Nicky Lopez or like the draft is like, especially MLB draft, of all the draft we've talked about, like we just talked about the NBA draft. We didn't know shit about that. This one is a crapshoot every year. So I know, Jay, you had the comment of like, or I saw it on Twitter and I meant to like text you, but you're like, none of the like reports or the mocks, none of the mock
drafts,
none of the mocks had this. And I'm like, none of the mocks are ever right in Major League Baseball. Of all the drafts, this one's the most unpredictable. NFL draft, you could kind of pinpoint and people need and like what they're gonna trade for and what they're gonna move for and it's it's not an exact science, but you kind of know what's going on. In Major League Baseball, I mean, shout out to Future Sox and Sox Machine guys that they cover it like in depth and closely. But it's just like every year we do this and it's like it's a crapshoot. So I'm not going to get mad one way or the other. At least, at this point, what you're good at. It's like the only thing you're good at is, finding these pitchers. So, okay, you got another one. Congrats. Now figure it all out.
Yeah, that was the thing that had me cracking up, was like everybody was like, why didn't they pick up an impact bat? They aren't good at doing it anyway, so why even fucking try? Like they're just gonna fumble the bag like they do every single time.
And it's so hard to like evaluate a lot of these like talents or draft picks that they got it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you never know what's going to happen. Like if you're like Paul, like if you're what's his name, Paul Sykes, or from Pittsburgh, or Bryce Harper. Skeeks, yeah. If like if he's gonna be like the legit like player and all that, yes, it's gonna be like, all right, you have to pick this guy and great. But you don't know how these guys are you're gonna be like. I never like knew that like Noah Schultz was gonna be like this guy that he was gonna be, or like how we have Thorpe as well too. Like, or obviously Thorpe we didn't draft, but it's just you never know. Yes, the MLB draft is very different than any other draft as well. Like even the NBA draft like lately has been kind of crappy. NFL, I think that's like probably the only one that you could probably evaluate more like talent wise than anything. Hockey's like another one as well too. And also let's just kind of say too, the MLB draft is boring. That's been like the most boring draft out of all of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so go ahead, Jay.
No, I was gonna say the funniest thing though is that the Royals drafted right behind the White Sox, and we all know Chris Getz loves to copy the Royals now all of a sudden. So I'm just gonna laugh if this Jock Caglione, however you say his name, he was the first baseman. If he turned out to be like just this monster bat, that it's just gonna be fucking Sox could have had a chance to get that big bat, but he he could be another Eloy and be hurt all the time.
Or
too.
Andrew Vaughn.
We don't need him. We don't need any more first basemen.
That guy could be the next Andrew Vaughn, where he's like coming out of college, amazing, can't miss prospect, and then like Sam's saying like you skip the minors, get to the major league, and now we're complaining about Andrew Vaughn for the better part of two seasons. The other like the last thing I'll say about like Hagen Smith is it seems like it's a good thing, right? Like he was the best pitcher available. He's like almost can't miss, or at least what people were talking about. The two guys there were going ham about it was great that they drafted him was Ben Mintz of Barstool Sports and Ken W.O. And if you put those two guys together, I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure you want those guys. I mean, Ken does know baseball. I'll give him that much. You know, he's a character, and like, you know, people hate him on Twitter, but he does know baseball. But the fact that it was Ben Mintz and Ken W.O. just like championing the Hulk Hagen train, I was like, oh boy, I don't know about this.
Yeah. So just a quick scouting report I'm just reading from Roto World. So he improved his ERA from 3.64 to 2.04 in 2024, increased his strikeouts from 109 to 161. 2 pitches, he has a chance with a grade 70 on the 2080 scale, but his fastball 93 to 96, occasionally up to 100, and slider, his second good decent pitch. Apparently he makes a lot of bats miss. So let's go with that. I mean, hey, maybe they're preparing themselves for the inevitability that we're trading Garrett Crochet. There's all the rumors, you know, so maybe this is them stockpiling. Okay, we're going to get, maybe they're going to get all those bats back in a Garrett Crochet trade, you know, like, so if that's the play, then that's good but even so, like if you keep Crochet, which we've kind of said as well, it's going to be a pretty decent lineup, like a rotation. If you have Crochet, Schultz, Thorpe, Cannon, and now Smith, if he pans out in a year or so, like that could be pretty fucking nasty rotation, especially with some left-hander. You'll have 3 like left-handers on that. So, but I'm excited if that's going to be the rotation. But you can keep the guys, you know, your opponents at low runs per game if you have a great rotation. But if you can't score any runs, you're not going to win games anyway. So let's hope that some of these other guys, and I got the list here of, I'm not going to go through every single fucking draft pick here, but 43rd overall pick, they drafted a high school, so prep shortstop Caleb Bonnemer. So let's see what happens with that. And then they went another prep high school, 68th pick, left-hander Blake Larson, high upside lefty who will take some time to develop his fits well in the mold of pitchers in the system. These are from Elijah Evans from Future Sox. So I'm just had his screenshots, but you know, StreamYard, fuck you. And then the last, I got 2 more here. The 78th pick, they took an outfielder Nick McLean from Arizona State. This one's funny because this switch hitting outfielder was hurt for much of the year, but looks strong down the stretch. So we're cutting bait with Eloy. Yeah. Yep, we're cutting bait with Eloy, buying him out, and we got this other injured outfielder to take his place. So good job on the Sox for staying on brand. And then finally, with the 107th overall pick, another outfielder, Casey Sucky. I don't know, Saucke, Sucky, from the University of Virginia. Yeah, Sox would draft a guy with the last name of Sucky. So yeah, another college outfielder who profiles in the corner. Power should tick up, and he had productive season. Good athlete.
Coin
so those are the top 5 picks for the Sox.
We're flipping coins, hoping most of them pan out. If one of them or 2 of them pans out, cool. Bonus points. Jay, you just said like maybe in a year. Timetable is probably closer to 2.5 years, right? For Smith.
Crochet was quick.
Well, quick to a point, and then you know the last 4 years. 4 years has been bad, so it's.
Yeah, no, that's true. But yeah, I like I said, I found it funny that the Sox with they draft another hurt outfielder, but I hope Chris gets with his first draft. I hope it goes well. want this team to bounce back, obviously. So kudos to there's a Hagen Smith for getting 5th pick, and let's see now the fun part starts. If the Sox can actually sign these guys, probably have to go over slot. Probably went under on a couple to get some other guys, but yeah, we'll see what happens if the Sox have usually been really good about signing their top picks. So
yeah, they're good about that. And the one thing I read was like there's a possibility Hagen Smith starts with Kannapolis this season, like when they get to the playoffs. So out of all the guys that you mentioned, he's the only one that might get into the organization sooner rather than later, which is good. See what he got.
Yep. All right. And some to final wrap up the Sox talk. We were going to officially announce our Whiskey at Comiskey July 27th. You guys all saw it. We talked about it, but we had the official graphic ready to promote it. But guess what? StreamYard fucking sucks. So we got nothing. So July 27th, Sox versus the Mariners.
Mariners.
Yep, Sox Mariners. It's a 6 p.m. game, so it's going to be a 3 p.m. tailgate start. We are doing, because it's me and Dougie's birthday right there. We're gonna do a little combo birthday tailgate, and we're gonna do taco cart. We're gonna have Chef Brian Reddy. He's gonna be back doing steak tacos, chicken tacos. All the toppings will be out there, of course, on the table. And then Stacy, she's gonna be doing churros. So,
I'm excited about that. A little tailgating churros. I'm down for that.
Yep. We have Green River Bourbon. They're going to be our official sponsor for the tailgate. So we got a rep coming. He's going to be pouring some nice Green River bourbons from their portfolio. And then the Bums. What goes good with tacos, guys? Tequila, yes. So we will be bringing some nice tequilas to, not official tequila at Comiskey, but there will be some.
As close to it
nice
as possible. There's going to be some fun tequila tastings.
Yes. So tomorrow I will officially be posting the graphic for RSVP. So I hope to see everyone there on July 27th. We appreciate everyone who's going to come out. So
hell yeah.
All right. Let's. It's all fucked up.
See, you're not ready, dude. The slideshow not being here is really messing with you. That's what I realize now. The timing is off.
I know. It really is. All right. Peter, let's play before we get to the nonsense. We're gonna wrap the show early tonight because this is all fucked up. Let's play our makeshift merch ad that we had to do.
You play it. I'll take the screen away.
You got it. Here we go. Big Cartel is the official home of Chicago Sports Bums merch. Help support your favorite podcast by buying a couple 2-3 shirts. We got socks, bears, hawks, and bum branded threads, and all of our shirts are unisex sizes. Remember, all the proceeds go back directly into our Whiskey at Comiskey tailgates that keeps them free for everyone. And keep an eye out for new shirts coming very soon. So visit shysportsbums.bigcartel.com today. All right, that's our ads because it wasn't bad.
It worked. We made it work.
Yeah, I do need visual aids. I'm a very visual learner. It helps guide and keep it on track, especially when we learn that StreamYard's broke an hour before 90 minutes before the show starts. So, all right, Olympics are around the corner, and Peter, you had an idea of what would the Bums be good at for an Olympic event, not like sports capacity, but like if it was something off the wall, random, what could we win a gold medal at?
What are you the best at? What is Jason James, Johnny, Dougie Fresh? What are you the best at? What would you win gold medal at? Best in the world, CM Punk style. So I'll give you my first answer as an example, and then we could go around the room. I've got 3 for myself. I got one for Johnny. I used it as an example, but I think Johnny could win the gold medal at this. I'll save that one for later. But my first one is tweeting and pooping. No one is better at tweeting and pooping than your boy Bologna. And
I don't know, man.
And I'm gonna tell you what, I am almost like the cathlete when it comes to tweeting and pooping. I could do it quickly and swiftly, if you want to do marathon sessions and sitting on the toilet for an hour and getting volume tweets going, I'm good at that. Like if we're talking like time and weight aspects to it, any way you want to cut it, there's no one better at tweeting and pooping than your boy.
I don't know, man. I think I could challenge you. I think my wife can verify that. I can challenge you. I maybe I don't want to go, but it's not gonna be an easy win for you, man.
So this is good. This is like the track. Like the USA is sweeping, gold, silver, and bronze. Maybe we could get like a trifecta to like sweep the pooping Olympics.
And then we got a new challenger. You wouldn't even medal in that IBS. Most of my day is on the toilet tweeting. I don't know.
See, but that's see, with the IBS, that seems like a short sprint. Maybe Sam Reeves is the Usain Bolt of tweeting and pooping, while your boy over here, he's a marathon guy.
I think that would be the other way around. I think if you have IBS, you're going to be sitting on the toilet throughout. That's like the 5,000 meter there.
But you're saying IBS. I'm equating IBS to diarrhea, which when you got diarrhea, you're just getting it all out, and then you're getting back up, and then you're going again.
Yeah.
We've been talking about shit and piss this whole like.
What does our podcast become, man? Oh my god!
Sorry, man. What the fuck is going on over here?
I'm good at what I'm good at.
See what you've done to a StreamYard.
Yeah.
All right, Jay. Well, you got one?
Yeah. I think this one's not. It's pretty obvious to people who know me. Who I try to take this all the time. I would be gold medal in zip codes.
Oh, that's a good one. Logistics. Just zip codes.
Well, the 3-digit zip codes for like cities and stuff like that. Like, that would be my gold medal. Then maybe like a silver or bronze in mileage between cities too. So have to use my vast knowledge of logistics, and I'll take that gold medal in zip codes.
Topeka, Kansas.
666.
Hey, how are we gonna?
Come on, man.
You're not gonna.
Come on, man. That's bad juju right here, Dougie. Get on the. Yeah, zip codes are 5 numbers.
No, well, they start with the 3. So I'm telling you, I'll give you the 3-digit.
Like Chicago is 606, and then
Dougie, what is it?
Vast majority is
666 zip code.
Is that the devil's zip code?
Kansas.
Yeah, Kansas.
Oh.
I mean, I asked Topeka. So
no, if you it's Topeka. If you type in Topeka, Kansas zip code, it's
66621.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. We got to get you to the final 2 numbers. You got 4 years. You got 4 years.
That's like there's so many. It's like Chicago. Like you get 606, but then there's all the 606s in Chicago. So you have to you say Chicago, you go 606. That's the boom. Yeah. That's what it is.
There's 2 things that you can do with this. Like you're either going to be Stump the Schwab of like zip codes, or you're going to continue getting laid and drinking bourbon and just get the first 3 of them right. That's it. Because that guy was doing nothing else besides what he was good at. I absolutely love that guy.
So,
I like Mailman Jack. This is interesting.
Zip codes are essentially useless. Good to know. Good to know my gold medal is useless.
So now what would you equate that to? What's a useless actual gold medal? Archery? No, archery is actually good. You can hunt with archery.
Yeah.
The ribbon
badminton.
Dancing?
Yeah, ribbon dancing.
Yeah.
Badminton.
All right, Johnny, you got one?
I think Missy really put everything up there for myself.
Yeah, Johnny's gold is dancing. That's a tough. Dancing is a tough category to win gold at. There's actual dancers.
Well, there's breakdancing coming this year for the Olympics.
It is.
Yeah.
There is breakdancing. I could still do breakdancing and all that.
You should have stuck with it back when you were like a 14-year-old youth. I remember you Your goofy ass dancing in the basement.
What do you mean goofy ass? I see. Listen,
you're doing this thing, and then you do the thing with your feet.
Okay, don't be jealous because I know how to dance. Like, just stop that. The jealousy part, it's not a good look. Okay, I could do the break dance. I could do the break dancing. Yeah, I'll bring the cardboard as well too, or the tile. Yeah. Oh, I want to see. Oh, okay.
Yeah. See, the thing is, Johnny's gonna be doing the helicopter like that movie Kids. That's a different helicopter.
See, but there's also going to be alcohol involved, so I have to stop. Like, and I don't know what time you guys are going to come. So, like that, we have to set something up here, okay? And if anybody else wants to break dance at the tailgate, by all means.
Yeah, Johnny dancing at Moto was a vibe. Mailman Jack is saying you could dirty barware like a motherfucker. That I believe you could be gold at just dirtying dishes.
Yeah, I think my wife would agree on that, just because when I make a drink, it's like, okay, I have to use all these ingredients, and then wait, I gotta double strain it, into the glass, and now I'm not using the plastic straws, I'm using the stainless steel straw, so that's another thing we gotta wash. So then you need this shaker and then that shaker, and then I think I'm doing pretty good.
You did a behind the bar video. I'm not kidding you. I think you used like 17 different utensils to make one drink, and it was awesome. So yeah, Mailman Jack nailed that one. Dougie, what do you got? What do you got?
I want to say this before I say this, Peter. This is no disrespect to you.
Here we go.
It's gonna be offensive.
Cutting grass, push mower though.
This guy, you think this white guy on the show is gonna say he's the best lawnmower of the group?
This became really racist at some point. Just because you got the Great Whiskey hat doesn't mean. Dougie, what are you doing?
I feel like I cut grass very efficiently, minimal turns, push mower style. Not your walk behind.
You know what? This, out of all the ones we've talked about, the pooping and tweeting, between the pooping and tweeting and your area codes ones and Johnny's breakdancing, this is the easiest one we could verify. You take a couple of days off work, you come work with me, and I'll figure out if you're worth a share.
That's content, dude. That's big C content right there, man. Dougie, you gotta do it. You gotta do it for the tubes.
You painted yourself in the corner now, buddy. Yeah, come work for free for content. Actually, I'll pay you. I'm not paying you what the city's paying you. I'll tell you that much right now.
Do you do the line? Do you do the lines as well too? Like, do you do like the actual lines to make like the grass look like very like?
Yeah, my front lawn. My front lawn. I change the graphic every. Yeah, I go diagonal, and then I do different shit in my front lawn every week.
Oh man, I want to see this.
Honestly, I feel very confident. I am better than Peter at cutting grass.
Whoa!
Whoa! Hold on.
Always.
Oh!
This is a throw out. We never got around to doing Peter. We never got around to doing Peter versus Johnny in bowling. I feel like that we need to make sure that this happens. Dougie versus Peter in lawn mowing.
Grass cut off.
We still gotta do the bowling thing.
I'll do the fucking eyes closed. I'll beat Dougie. You know what I'll do? I'll do it left-handed.
You know what? Do it without your glasses on. If you say you could do it with your eyes closed.
Yes, it'll be like I'm drunk. I'll take my glasses off and do it.
Well, contrary to belief, I drink while I'm cutting, so it'd be the same fucking thing.
By the end of this, it's just gonna be squiggly lines everywhere.
Yeah, it's gonna be a messy grass.
This is it. I love you, man. You're right.
All right.
I think the sirens are going off by me now.
All
right. Do we got to wrap this up?
We have to start wrapping. This is
getting all right. Dougie's got to work. All right. Let's just do our last one. The last one I had, I'm going to do grocery shopping and grocery putting away. One trip, full groceries, carrying bags, gallons of milk, bread, anything you want. I would do both the supermarket sweep and the actual lugging of groceries. There's no way, Johnny, I know you work out, you got your muscles or whatever. There's no way you have the grip strength to handle, the bags of groceries I got. That's another challenge. Gold medal, grocery bag putting away.
Please. Brother, I got you fucking beat off of that. I just literally carry like
Beat off
like
of that. Whoop.
10 bags. Shut up, Jason. I just literally just like carry like 10 bags of gross. First of all, Mariano's, they don't even have like the handles on the paper bags anymore. I asked for paper bags. They don't have it anymore. So I have to use the plastic bags right now. And then one trip. I got one trip. I could beat you easily.
Trunk full of groceries. Dude, Here's the thing. This is what you're mistaken. You're shopping for 1-2 people at a time. I've got a trunk full, multiple gallons of milk, multiple bags of cereal.
Hold on. I could still do it. You know what? I'll tell you what. Next time you go shopping, I will come to your house and carry all your grocery bags. You could film this fucking thing as well too.
Oh, yeah. All right, now we got more content. We're not going to build around.
I will carry this. I will carry all the bags. One swoop.
And then I'll cut the fuck out of your grass.
And Dougie's cutting the grass as well too.
And I'll tell you what zip code you bought those groceries in.
Yes, exactly. And then
somehow
I've
turned this segment into you guys work for me. Bring in my groceries, Johnny. Dougie, cut my grass.
Yeah. Well, somebody's got to do shit while you're tweeting and pooping.
Yeah,
that's the only one we can't challenge Peter on, because he's like, no, we can't have like a shit off, right? Unless you have a fucking go stall by stall, right? You're gonna go public place and stall by stall it. Mm-hmm. But I want to see this. I want to see this lawn contest, man.
All right, Aaron.
Hey, like I said, mine's just useless. Okay, if besides the zip codes, I'll say, give me the gold medal in bourbon hunting.
You got PEDs though. You're not hunting.
Yeah,
that's yeah. No, you.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
The one I had for Johnny. Can I tell people your secret?
Yeah.
It's not your secret. It's Johnny's.
Oh yeah, you can tell Johnny's secret.
Yeah.
There's probably only one other person in this chat other than you that knows. I know what you're gonna say. So,
but it's an impressive thing. It's an impressive feat that you've gone almost 20 years without people knowing this. Johnny cuts his own hair. Johnny cuts his own hair and does a great job at it. So when we came up with this segment, the example I gave was cutting your own hair. Johnny wins a gold medal because it's
that
clean,
siren just went off.
It's clean, it's neat, and people don't know. It's impressive. That's an impressive feat.
I had a
since I've known you, since we've lived together.
Yeah, since I think I was probably like 16. I started like cutting my own hair, and then I started cutting my grandfather's hair. My grandfather, R.A.P. He always wanted me to cut his hair all the time. He never went to a barber. He always asked me to like cut his hair all the time because I would do a good job. I'd do a good job. And I know how to blend the hair. I know how to do all that stuff. Yes, she did. She knows. But I mean, like, I know how to do it. It took a practice. Don't get me wrong. It took a very long time for me to do all this stuff and try to figure everything out. But I cut my own hair.
Gold medal.
Yes, gold medal. Yeah.
Guys, I got a dilemma here. I don't know if the tornado comes, do I go to how do I protect all the bourbon, man?
Drink it.
You're in the basement.
But they're all on glass shelves and stuff, man.
Yeah. See, what now you got to do is you got to invest more money and have not like a what is it called? Not a safe house, but like a safe room. So like all the bourbon like gets locked. So
yeah, these sirens are going off.
All right, let's get to our bums and MVPs.
Yeah, let's get to bums and MVPs. I might have to go crash in the basement here for a bit.
All right.
Hey, guess what? We don't.
He's a bum. I think he's an absolute bum.
You call me a bum? My man, I take that with pride, with honor, that I'm a bum. I'm the king of the bums, baby.
Because you're training like a damn bum, you know that? Bum. A bum.
All right, we got no slides because StreamYard sucks today, so we're gonna banner the listener MVP. So Eric, Bum of the Week. People calling 911 to send me to flooded streets during a literal flash flood. Yeah, Captain Obvious. Don't do that.
Get ready to get that. That's going to happen again tonight. So get ready for round 2.
What I've been doing the past 2 days.
Yeah. MVP, the Bums for finally getting me to an official meeting. I might get promoted someday. Someday. Keep hoping.
Someday. Not anytime soon.
Yeah. All right. Next up. Joey P, Bum of the Week. Concert exits. Takes forever to leave the venue, and even worse, the parking lot. Yeah, I drove past Windy City Smokeout yesterday going to Westfest, and those lines for Carrie Underwood were pretty nuts. So I'm not surprised that it took forever to get out of that one. MVB, Windy City Smokeout for amazing barbecue, brews, and Carrie Underwood for rocking Guns N' Roses Paradise City. I'm gonna guess that's what, not Paradise Sea.
No, it was Paradise City. So some of these got cut off because I just copied and pasted tweets and they're too long for the banners, but we get the idea. And the one thing I was going to say is Joey sent the video of the Carrie Underwood doing the Guns N' Roses. It looked awesome, but even if StreamYard was working, we weren't going to play that because we would have gotten copyrighted.
Yep. All right, next up, Josh Tapper, MVB, Spain, utter dominance in the Euros. Yes, they were. Thank you for also hitting all my bets for me as well. Bum, whatever happened with security, audio, and everything else in the Copa America. Yeah, that was Peter. I asked you because I was at Westfest yesterday, and I said, like, what happened with the delay? You know, it was supposed to start at 7:30. It was 8:15. It hasn't started yet. What was going on? And you said check the DMs of people crawling through vents to get into the stadium. So
man, we were gonna make this a whole segment. I had different videos of different things: the people crawling into the vents, people jumping through like fences and the stadium, and different things. The short answer is like CONMEBOL is the South American Conference for Soccer. They're the ones that organize Copa America. It has nothing to do with CONCACAF, which is, you know, United States, Mexico, Canada. They were utterly inequipped to host something outside of their own countries. So the fact that they came to the United States as they wanted to break records, they wanted to break Copa America records, but they cut corners and they cut costs wherever they could. So they didn't have enough security. They didn't have enough like police presence because you got to hire all that stuff out. So what happened in the finals was obviously Argentina and Colombia, two fierce rivals and two countries that are passionate about their sport. You know, they got to the stadium. They didn't open the gates when they said they were going to. So they delayed in opening the gates for up to an hour and a half. So people were waiting in line, passing out. It was so hot in Miami. It was Chicago hot. I mean, it sounds reverse, but it was Chicago hot in Miami. It's been like, you know, like 90% humidity, close to 100 degrees out. That's what it was in Miami too. People were passing out. And at that point, shit hit the wall. And they're like, if you're not going to let us in, we're going in regardless, you know, because it's not safe out here. We got to get in. So when that happened, then people started climbing the fence. The way they reported it as like, you know, people hopped the fence and that's why they delayed the game. That's not the case. You know, like it was the ticket takers and the security and the police that fucked up first. And then it went crazy. Yeah, obviously people jumping through like it was like Ocean's 11 going through like vents and stuff. That's crazy. But this was mismanaged and misorganized from the beginning. People were complaining about the field conditions. And if you guys know, like if you noticed, a lot of the games, just chunks of grass were getting ripped up because turf or sod was laid over turf at some points 3 days before the soccer game started. That doesn't have enough time to take, dude. Like you have to lay this sod down at least 2 weeks in advance. You're gonna hit me with the
Yeah, dude, I'm getting a tornado warning, man. Like Jack's like Jason fell asleep. A tornado just touched down in Sugar Grove, man, which is west of me. So
Cerveza Crystal.
yeah, let's speed this shit up with the soccer.
They fucked up.
Thank you. Let's go. All right, is that all?
All right, let him go to the basement. We've got a few minutes left. It doesn't matter.
All right, what's next for the bums?
Sugar baggy.
Sugar Baggy Bum of the Week. My power being out for 5 hours for maintenance on a Saturday afternoon. Yeah, brutal when it's super hot out. That is no bueno. MVB, everyone had to get work done outside in the last few days. Yeah, you guys were melting today, so happy you guys didn't have any heat stroke there. That would have sucked if you did.
I might have. Brain was not working.
Yeah. MVBs, everyone who worked outside today. This is from Jack. I lucked out today being my actual scheduled day off. So yeah, good for you, Jack. My RDOs rotate, and luckily I found this Monday. Working outside today had to suck big. All right. And finally, Mailman Jack, bum of the week. People who still have fireworks left over from the 4th and decided to keep blowing them off every fucking night. If you didn't finish your stats by the 5th, you're just kid. Yeah. Just or save them until next year. Do fireworks expire? I don't know.
Yeah, we had this conversation. Maybe that's where the Sox were giving away their fireworks because they don't have hit enough home runs.
Yeah.
All right. Our bums and MVBs. I don't have any MVBs this week. I'm bumming StreamYard because I've been bumming them all fucking week. So yeah. Bumming a week StreamYard. Johnny, what do you got?
I mean, we kind of touched it like with the whole soccer talk. I mean, like kind of backtracking to like the Uruguay versus like Colombia matchup. A lot of the Uruguayan players had to go and try to help their families that were in the stands and try to fight. Like it looked like they were just trying to like start shit, but it was because they were trying to protect their families, and it was just a lot of issues going on all around, and they need to figure this out. I mean, like obviously the World Cup is going to come in 2026 in the United States, Mexico, and Canada, and they need to figure out what's going on how to like get security like a lot more equipped for these stadiums. Obviously Miami is one of them. Miami had like a terrible time with all the stuff that was going on. So it's definitely like it's an eye opener for them. They're going to have to like switch things around and be a little bit more observant of like all these countries are going to come, because not it's the format's going to change now. Like it's not going to be 32 teams. It's going to be 48 teams in the World Cup. So you're going to have a lot more countries coming into this World Cup. So it's going to be a lot different. So you have to like boost up every little thing that's going to happen when it comes to this. So I just hope they're a little bit more prepared for it. As far as MVP, I don't have any MVPs right now. So Jason, I know you're.
I know. All right. I got to go, guys. I'm getting fucking emergency warning here. So
be safe.
Be safe. Yeah.
Protect the bourbon.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
We have
all
to
right.
the
Later, guys.
All right. Bye.
Okay. It's our tornado edition over here. So
yeah, Twister.
Yeah.
I don't for 1 second think that he was worried about himself, Sarah, or the dog. It's just the bourbon. Like those warnings are going off, and he's absolutely like, "Holy shit!"
That's a lot of bourbon he has down there.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it is. I mean, good thing it is in the basement.
Yeah,
of all the places for it to be.
Yeah,
you know.
Right. Yeah. Hopefully, you stay safe. I'm going to punt my MVB because it's a story, and I'd love to share it with a bunch of people, and it's just too much to share right now. So I'm going to do that next week. My bum of the week is going to be Allstate Insurance, who I am on auto pay. And this month they decided to increase my auto insurance 109%.
Ooh.
And I didn't even realize it until they took it out this morning. It was pretty shitty. They said that they mailed us out notices, never got any notice in the mail. And yeah, so I was a little pissed off. I've never had an accident in my life. No violations, no nothing. They just decided that their explanation was that with the cost of inflation and everything like that, that they decided that they were just going to go ahead and raise rates. So
that sucks.
yeah, so fuck them. They are no longer. This will be the last month of them as my insurance provider. So that's all I got.
All right, I got 2 MVBs. I'll do them real quick, and then one bum of the week we could wrap the show up with. My first MVB was our guy Jose, Kickflip Thrifts. He was on the Bums Happy Hour on Friday. If you missed that, give it a shot. Come take a look at us just talking the shit and talking about touch tunes and stuff like that. But he was working that day, and he said, "I'm gonna make it." He had a long day. He rushed to the hotel room. He was out of town. He still wanted to do the podcast, and he killed it. So appreciate him. That was a really cool. And then my second MVB was I had a tweet out there. We had date night on Saturday, and I put 50 likes, and I had the picture of my wife Julie, and we were out in the restaurant. Said 50 likes, and Julie will smooch me like we were in high school. I'm happy to say that tweet cleared the 50 likes, and I got smooched on Saturday night. So thank you to everyone that liked and retweeted that. That was a fun little thing we did. But yeah, it was a day night. We ended up going back to the place where we did the Makers tasting, Barrel and Vine in Lombard. I like that place a lot. So that's a free ad for Barrel and Vine because that was a great spot. And then so my bum of the week is something that happened right when we were getting ready for the BumCast. I had the Home Run Derby on, but they hadn't started because I was trying to figure out the StreamYard shit. And I guess her name is Ingrid Andres. I had the tweet out there on Twitter. I obviously couldn't upload it. Maybe top 5 worst anthems of all time. It's right up there with Roseanne Barr and Fergie and all that. Absolutely horrendous
Carl Lewis.
national anthem. Carl Lewis is another one. That'd be interested in me. Yeah, so those were worse than hers, but it was all-time bad. It was all-time bad national anthem. I saw people tweeting out there that like Barstool Big Cat could do better at the Rough and Rowdies. I heard it was bad. So obviously I would have played it, but we can't. So just head over to the Twitter. It's on there. But yeah, you gotta. It's Home Run Derby's a big spectacle. You gotta figure out somebody else that could sing, but I guess not. But yeah, that's the show. I hope everyone stays safe. Obviously, Jason, stay safe. The basement, tornado warnings all over the area. Dougie, I know you're going to have to work in about an hour.
Yeah.
My guess is I'm going to have to work early tomorrow because of storm damage and things like that. So everyone stay safe, stay indoors, and we'll catch you next week for a better, hopefully better, if it's up to StreamYard.
Not tornado.
Not tornado, not StreamYard, not any of that. We'll clean it up next week. But for now, we got a couple Bourbon Buff videos. Please like, subscribe, and share all that fun stuff. And we'll see you next week on the BumCast.
See ya.